Hobby Quick Hits. Delivering that breaking hobby news directly to your earlobes. You want to know those hot drops from the card shop? We've got you covered. With your host, John Newman.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 223 of Hobby Quick Hits. And as we sometimes do, we'll go a little off the norm of this show and have somebody on with me as a guest and get rid of a segment or two to do that. And today is that case. And this was a fun conversation with Paul Zickler, Director of Sports Brands at Upper Deck, and they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the 2001 Upper Deck golf release. You might have heard of a guy's rookie card in there. I think his name is like an animal, Tiger Woods. And this they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of that release in 2001 in a big way. And I'll save that for the interview rather than giving all the details here. But it's out now if you want to go out and get some. But a lot of chase cards, a lot of parallels, and some other big buyback autos in that you'll hear during my conversation with Paul. So with that being said, with no news segment today, no product release segment, and we're going to get right into it here with Paul and Upper Deck Golf.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right, we don't always do it on Hobby Quick Hits, but from time to time, we delve off our normal trajectory, and we have guests on this show. And today, that is exactly the case, as I'm happy to be joined by Upper Deck's Director of Sports Brands, Paul Zickler. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, John.
And it's out literally as we're recording this. It's a day into its release. It's the 2026 Upper Deck Golf, and it's the 25th anniversary of a product I remember fondly, which was the 2001 Upper Deck product, which many will know. Whether you were around then or not, you're probably familiar with it as it holds Tiger Woods' rookie card. But you've got with the 25th anniversary and the release of this product, it's a jam-packed. Let me put up a graphic here, Paul, kind of to show the release. And there's 25. I don't want to steal your thunder, but you bought back 25 of those Tiger Woods rookies. Upper Deck had him sign them, and they were numbered, and they are in this product. Pretty much anyone will be glad to pull that card. I'll stop talking and let you. I'm sure you're excited now that the product has hit the shelves.
Yeah, no, it's obviously 25-year rookie card. 25 years since Upper Deck entered the golf space. So, we felt it was important with that anniversary to pay homage to that product, and what better way than sort of the buyback program. I think an interesting side note to that. I know. The Tiger autograph buybacks are getting a lot of buzz, but we actually bought back the complete base set as well as the Tiger Tails insert from that inaugural Upper Deck flagship golf product, and each of those are hand numbered to 25 as well. So it's obviously Tiger's 25 copies, but we did buy back the whole base set of inserts. So we're excited. Each of those cards hand numbered and then have the 25th anniversary stamps. So, collectors should be able to pay respects to that commemorative and important product in our golf history within 26 UD golf, which is exciting.
Yeah, and I was telling you before we started recording, I remember the 2001 product, and that product sort of transcended its lane. I remember I was, I'm a dealer. I had a store in the 90s, but I was setting up shows, and that was a product people were buying that weren't even necessarily super golf fans or even golf collectors trying to get that Tiger Woods rookie card. and it reminded me at the time, and even now still, it reminded me of the craze with the '89 Upper Deck baseball release and people chasing the iconic number one Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. It was kind of, to me, like the golf equivalent of that. Kind of your thoughts on that, and even 25 years later, Paul. I mean, Tiger Woods is still an icon, and someone people still talk about. He's still playing, obviously. And kind of your thoughts on just kind of said there.
Well, I think you sort of nailed nailed it right on the head there. Is that Tiger really transcended the sport. It is rare for these type of athletes, to sort of have an impact. When you think of obviously some of our spokespeople like Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Tiger had that aura about him right from the get-go. And, what's unique about his rookie card is his passion and intensity is captured in that card, seamlessly in terms of him staring down and sort of pointing at the cup, and just you can see the level of intensity in his face on that card. But Tiger transcended the sport and right from the get-go. And I think that's where the mainstream awareness came in. And looking 25 years back, obviously his tournament record and major record speaks for himself, but he really engaged the next generation of golf fans, golf players. And he still has that aura today. And that's what the greatest of the games do, is they impact the game well after their career's over. He still has a heavy influence on the tour, and he looks to be getting back into the competitive space again. And it's interesting to look 25 years back and see that interest in his rookie card, and now you see his career on the other side. And collectors that bought that initial product and have collected them along the way are sure enjoying that now.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me put the graphic up of the buyback auto. There you see one example of there. Like you said, there'll be 25. But even Paul, I don't know if you mentioned, even like the base set will have stamped at 25. You mentioned the Tiger Tails. You've got Young Gun retrospectives, players that didn't have a Young Guns that you're sort of making one now, sort of paying homage to the missed opportunity, if you will. They did, it wasn't being produced when their rookie season was. So just jam packed. And I know we much like we're familiar with hockey, you're going to have canvas parallels, dazzlers, all that fun stuff. But and I know we're focusing on Tiger, but there's many other great young players now in golf. I'm not, I follow golf. I would say right now it's probably, since Tiger's early days, probably the strongest golf's been with young talent infused in the sport.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, one thing that we pride ourselves in is really creating an inclusive golf product. You see, a heavy influence of women professional golfers. We have some legends. Most notably, obviously, we announced Nelly Corda's exclusive agreement with us just yesterday or 2 days ago. So we're really excited to welcome her to the Upper Deck family. But Lydia Ko, Lodi Wode, Brooke Henderson has been a staple for those Canadian viewers on your podcast. But Nelly's going to have her Young Gun card. And, she started off the season with a bang this year, winning in tough conditions, and Lydia Ko was right behind her. So you see the gold outburst there, and then her base Young Gun, exclusive high gloss, the red to 25 outburst will be in there. So that's exciting. Obviously, on the men's side, Matsuzama's, a rookie. It's his first UD card. And he almost pulled out a crazy win at the Waste Management. And Colin Morikawa is now a veteran. He'll be featured throughout, just coming off a win at Pebble Beach. And then we also have some of the big amateurs in here as well. We have the number one world-ranked amateur, Jackson Koiven. And then we also have Miles Russell. So, we really pride ourselves in creating a full sort of core golf release with all those aspects included. And we couldn't have lucked out any more than seeing who has won early in the year, and we have them included in this product. So let's keep it rolling. If we could get a tournament winner each week that's featured in UD Golf, it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, and congratulations on the Nelly Corda, signing. Incredible talent. People forget how young she still is and what she's doing already in the sport of golf. And I've heard, I don't know if you agree with that, I've heard people call her like, the female version of Tiger Woods, along those lines. I'm sure she would say she just wants to be Nelly Corda, but obviously meant those kind of comments are meant as a positive thing in her talent, with the golf clubs on the golf course. And again, like you mentioned, not only guys playing, but even up and comers coming up through the amateur pipeline as well. These are going to be their like first cards, so that's I'm glad you pointed it out, because that I think that's important. Everyone, we're seeing a lot of with NIL in college now. We're seeing a lot more younger athletes make it onto cardboard and chrome a lot sooner than we had in prior in past history of the hobby. Kind of your thoughts on even that.
Yeah, no, it's just growing the landscape, right, of amateur athletes and making them more accessible. So, we really pride ourselves too in that space with obviously our World of Sport product line. We have a heavy influence of female athletes and underrepresented sort of sports, gymnastics, bowling, volleyball. We really see the opportunity in, growing the landscape around NIL. And obviously that has afforded us the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, when you hear Young Guns, people don't even think of the movie anymore. I think they think of the cardboard. Heck with the Emilio Estevez, and we're thinking of whether it be a hockey rookie card or the golf. Young Guns is just a synonymous term in the hobby now. Just talk about the lineage there and sort of the hobby significance of I know it's two words, but it's way more than.
Yeah, no, I think, that's obviously one of our strongest rookie brands, and it's just the longevity of it, John. And, that's the unique thing with golf is, we haven't had those regular releases every year like hockey, and some of the other established properties. And, we're really priding ourselves on growing the golf category. Obviously, you mentioned 2021, and we had some few renditions through the next decade. But now we've launched in 2021, we've launched in 2024, and now in 2026. So, it is fun to build that the category, and I think a regular cadence of releases is going to help that. The players are now getting more accustomed to what the trading card industry is about, and so are the collectors. Right. And so it's about sort of showcasing the hobby to that, both golf fans, hobby collectors, the athletes, and we're just really excited to continue to grow that portfolio, the cadence of releases, and continue the momentum in golf, which is exciting to see.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. Like, are there any redemptions in the 2026? Golf?
I don't believe so. There's a limited auto insert, but no, I don't believe there's any redemptions in UD Golf. But don't quote me on that. You'll have to talk to Billy Cilio and Tony Sirianni on the product team to confirm that. But UD Golf is really focused on those iconic rookie Young Guns. And, you'll see some of the notable sort of inserts, like you mentioned, UD Canvas, Honor Roll, I believe, is in there, Dazzlers. And then we have some golf-centric inserts as well. So, it's a fun break. It's going to be on retail shelves. It's going to be on e-Pack a little down the road. So it's our flagship brand. right? And obviously autographs aren't the main focus there, but paying homage to the Tiger rookie card in a unique way. We wanted to pay respects to that anniversary, and I know that chase is going to be well sought after.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it'll take a lot of people down memory lane, much like myself, who remember 2001 in real time. I'm old enough. I guess that just makes me, when I think about it, I realize how old I actually am.
Me too. I'm getting up there.
So, but that's one of the things Upper Deck can have. We all know how much people and collectors love redemptions. I'm being sarcastic, and you guys do the best job to avoid those as much as humanly possible. And like you said, there's if there is any in this product, it'd be very few of them, and more. Everything's going to be in the distribution of the product itself. Is that something you're aware of? Do you get that feedback from collectors, Paul, a lot?
100%. It's no fun when you pull a redemption card. Sometimes, obviously, it's unavoidable. But to your point, we've always prided ourselves on seeing the cards in live if we can. If they're not a 600 point, fork card with AEW, but also limiting the redemptions, because I think all collectors and us on the manufacturing side can agree that pulling those cards live, there's nothing better than that. So we continue to work hard to achieve that.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, I think golf is in a really good place again with this young talent already playing, and even again, like we spoke of in the amateur ranks coming up through, and Upper Deck's going to be there every step of the way, kind of detailing that and highlighting that. And I'm not saying this. I've said this on this podcast without you being on the air with me. Upper Deck still remains one of some of the best designs in the hobby, and especially on the hockey side, but across the board as well. Again, I know that's something you guys pride yourselves on as well.
Yeah, we have our whole production sort of design team is here in house, right? And whether it's color correcting images or original designs. But even the family here at Upper Deck, we have a long-standing, employees that have worked here for well over 10, 20 years. And, I think that that's the other unique piece that makes our brands and design so strong is that our employees have stuck around and are passionate about it, and that comes through within the final product.
And this is really just the first release of the 2026 schedule. You've got Allure Golf, you've got Fleer Ultra Golf, and Artifacts Golf. If you want to, there's something I missed or anything else you want to touch on with what's coming for 2026, by all means.
No. The Chrome Allure product, it's going to be the first Chrome golf brand that we've launched. So, we've obviously all seen the craze of the chromium-based products over the recent years. And so to be able to bring that to the golf is exciting, right? Any of the inaugural releases, are sort of well sought after. Fleer Ultra obviously is a really fun design, full bleed images, unique technology, some funky designs. It's a lot of fun. And then lastly, Artifacts. I think collectors get used to memorabilia relics from the core four sports that have been in the industry for, anywhere from plus 35 years to 70 years, depending on what sports you collect. And golf memorabilia is really cool. And, players really take pride on what they're wearing on the course, and it translates pretty uniquely to memorabilia cards. So we're excited to bookend and launch that with Artifacts. I always like to see those memorabilia cards, just given the diversity of the attire that players wear.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know you're really highlighting Tiger Woods, in the 2026 flagship product, but he's an Upper Deck, exclusive. So I'm assuming, and I'm sure we'll see them in these other lines that they're be released at a later as well.
Yep, he's been a longstanding Upper Deck partner. So he's going to be, you're going to see him throughout. And obviously, some of those Upper Deck rookies that I noted. Some other notables is Wyndham Clark. He's going to be a rookie in this product. We have Taylor Pentrith, who had a good week last week. So there is a lot of new talent. And then you'll see some returning names as well. So we're really excited. And like I said, we're just getting at the tipping point of the golf category. We're going to keep this momentum.
Yeah, and again, with that talent, I think that momentum's just going to snowball and go, and pick up momentum as well between Upper Deck's design, the avoidance of redemptions as much as you can. Tiger Woods, the driving force. That's you think golf, you think you can't help but think Tiger Woods most of the time. So just a good time. If whether you're a golf fan or a golf collector, I think Upper Deck's going to do this justice in the right way.
Thanks, John. Listen, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you supporting Upper Deck in the hobby, and we're going to keep working hard to creating some memorable products.
No doubt. I know you're a busy guy. Appreciate you making some time, us here. And like I said, we don't always do interviews on Hobby Quick Hits. Not the first time. We'll do them from time to time. But with this release just coming out, wanted to get you on as close to that as we could. And again, I know you're busy, so I appreciate you making some time.
Thanks, you very much.
Paul.
Thank you.
Paul is a busy man. Thankful that he made some time and jumped in with us to talk about what's it's out now. Go get yourself some 2026 Upper Deck golf. Maybe you'll hit a buyback Tiger Auto. But even despite Tiger, it's jam packed with rookies and some up and coming golfers that are making a name for themselves very quickly, including on the women's side. With Nelly Korda, who's been compared to Tiger. So thank you, Paul, for jumping in, and more products to come. Right? I know we talked heavy about the 2026, but other products as well. So go out there, get you some Upper Deck golf, and we'll see you next time.